You're going to leave here with ways to connect with members and bring them through your doors during the warmer months, which means stronger retention and stronger overall health of your business. The other good news is that it isn't too difficult to stay connected with your member base and drive activity. If you harness the right technology, like the MemberMe branded app with EZFacility, you can keep engagement and retention strong. First, some stats to underscore the importance of going mobile. Then we'll get into the tips to increase attendance at your facility. You may be well aware, but just to make sure, mobile is where your members are. As shown here, people spend 3 hours and 15 minutes on average a day on their mobile devices. Not only are they using mobile devices more, but they're more comfortable in apps than they are on mobile sites. In fact, the stats show that people spend 18 times more in app than on mobile sites. Knowing your members always have their phones on them and that most people are more comfortable in an app than on a mobile site, it makes great business sense to have a member mobile app for your business. In doing so, you create a new, exciting, and immediate opportunity to connect with your members. Our purpose with the MemberMe branded app is to bring your club to the next level by giving your clients a superior customer experience that is both intuitive and convenient. We can open up new dialogues with your clients utilizing a number of communication tools for both club updates and promotions in real time. This is key to summertime engagement, visits, and ultimately in raising and solidifying retention. So we've reviewed our app user base carefully and have identified 5 ways that fitness businesses can use a mobile app to grow profits and improve member retention. So here they are, the specific ways in which you can increase summertime attendance at your facility using the MemberMe branded app. We'll go through each one with examples and images so that you can see exactly what your members would see. First off is the class schedules. The easier you make it for your members to book classes, the greater the participation and class attendance you will have. With MemberMe, your EZFacility class schedule will always be with your members. Whether they're booking when enjoying their morning coffee or while waiting in line at the grocery store, your facility's class schedule will be with them whenever they choose to book. Notice here that the app includes waitlisting and the ability for users to cancel their classes. Giving users the ability to cancel classes is actually in your best interest because it reduces no-shows and opens up spots so that classes can always be full. Additionally, we found that 60% of users add a class to their mobile calendar, which increases the likelihood of attending class in the first place. Next, we have the home screen. This is a great place to showcase motivational messages, new trainers, new equipment, new classes, whatever differentiators you'd like to show off. People want to be in the know and feel that they are part of something. Providing fresh images and motivational messages on a consistent basis throughout the summer will encourage visits to your gym. Next, we have announcements and promotions. These are great tools to utilize during the summer months. Maybe you hold a contest for the most visits during the summertime, with EZFacility doing the tracking for you. Some other promotions that we've seen work are summertime fitness boot camps and workouts at the park. A summertime specific program is always a great way to get members engaged and in the door. Announcements appear front and center on the app homepage so that everybody's in the know. Our advice is to run 1 to 2 promotions and 2 to 4 that change on a monthly or quarterly basis. That frequency has been effective for a few of our clients. The great thing about promotions and announcements is that users can take action right then and there. The call to action button can be connected to a specific landing page, an email, or you can give users the ability to share with friends. By the way, for those of you using EZFacility's online registrations for leagues, camps, clinics, and any other programs, this is a great tool for calling attention and increasing attendance for these programs. Next, we have push notifications. Now, you'll want to use push notifications in conjunction with your promotions. Think of them like text messages that get delivered to your members' phones. Notifications have a much greater deliverability than emails and have a way better chance of members seeing and reading the message. In fact, push notification open rates range from 50 to 80% versus a 20 to 30% email open rate. Clubs have used push notifications to let members know that they have X days to sign up for a boot camp or a contest. These time-sensitive notifications with a deadline date tied to a promotion tend to work very well. Push notifications can also be used on their own if you want to let members know about any maintenance issues or holiday hours, such as alternative hours for the 4th of July. By the way, these push notifications through MemberMe can be sent either immediately or in advance, so you can schedule out a campaign for the summer. Finally, we have reporting and analytics. If you want to know what you're doing is working, the good news is that this app is fully connected to a full analytics suite so that you know what is or what is not working and where the improvements can be made. The reporting shows that you what modules are popular, when the app's in use most, along with user interests and demographics. The reporting is a great way to measure the engagement and success of your summertime promotions. So at this stage, we are going to move into a brief app demonstration so we can see the apps live and in action. Just bear with me while I switch over screens. So all of you should see 4 different apps across the top of the screen here. Of course, each one of these is customized for our customers to make sure that your brand is showing up exactly how you'd like it to in the App Store. What we're going to do is begin with Empire Sport Fit here. Okay. So the first thing I want to point out is the customized interface that we have in the app here. Of course, we'll work with you to make sure that the colors, the logos, and the layout are exactly how you'd like them to be. Many, in fact, all of these tiles can be resized, removed, replaced, so forth and so on to make sure that we're matching your needs. And what we'll do is start beginning to touch on the features here. I'd like to begin with the member card, which you'll see just to the right of schedule on the bottom there. The member card, of course, is how your members get into your facility. So let's go ahead and touch on there. So with MemberMe, you will have digital membership cards to make the process of checking into your facility nice and easy. This is a huge convenience feature for your clients. And for those of you who have multiple family members who come into the facility at the same time, you can actually have up to 10 different member cards on the app so they have convenience of checking in right from their phone. We'll go back out to the home page. Let's go ahead and touch on schedule there. Now, of course, this schedule is going to pull from your EZFacility software, and you'll see that we have it broken out by date. In addition to that, as you scroll down, you'll see that it's ordered pretty intuitively with the start time on the left-hand side, the title of the class and any additional details in the center, and the ability to book on the right-hand side. Let's go ahead and book into that 6 p.m. yoga there. That will bring us to a page where we can choose which session we're going to pull it from. Of course, this is going to use sessions and burn those sessions once the client attends. Let's go ahead and choose a package. There we go. It shows that we are confirmed. We'll click done there. And we can go ahead and book into another class if we'd like. Or if we want to see what classes we have coming up, simply go into the left-hand navigation panel, click on bookings, and we'll see a listing of all of our upcoming classes there. By the way, as we mentioned in the demo earlier, your clients will be able to click on these individual classes and cancel that booking if they need to. Okay, and that will open up a slot again for other members to book in. We'll go on back over to the home page here. Next, I'm going to touch on announcements and promotions. We have that under latest news here. Now, when we come in here, you'll see that we have a number of different postings here. Of course, these are controlled completely by you. You choose the image, you choose when it goes up, you choose when it comes down. In addition to that, you can put any text language that you'd like underneath it, like register now there. And of course, you have the call to action, which will open up a website or send an email. For this league specifically, when we click on it, you'll see that it goes right to EZFacility's online registration page. So your clients can easily just book right into that league, camp, clinic, so forth and so on. It's a huge feature for those of you who are using the online registrations feature. We'll go back over to the home page here. So the next thing I'd like to touch on is the log of push notifications. Now, of course, push notifications will show up on the client's phones like text messages, but we also keep a log of the last 30 days in here. All right, and you'll see that these are nice and enabled with emojis as well as links. Okay, and those push notifications, when they show up on clients' phones, you can schedule them to show up immediately or in advance. All right. Now, for just a brief overview of the rest of the app here, you'll see a number of social media tiles in there. We have the Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also have Instagram or Yelp in there if you'd like. We'll also have your contact information as well as a really great feedback area. And this is a great place for your clients to provide discreet and invaluable feedback to the club. This will fire off to an email that you provide us so that you're always in the know with your client's feedback. And before we go back over to the deck, I would like to just touch on how customized these apps are. And to do so, I'm going to briefly pop into 3 more apps that you can see on my screen here. First is Busy Lizzie. You can see this is nice and distinct from the Empire Sport Fit app we just went into. After that, we have Club Woodside. Once again, another nice clean approach, of course, enabled with the announcements, promotions, and schedule, etc. And finally, we'll go on into InShape. And the main reason I'd like to hop into InShape is to show off that home screen gallery in action. Okay, so nice active images or motivational messages, etc. There are a lot of features within the MemberMe branded app that we can bring to the table for you. I'll be happy to answer any questions about this demo area or other features of the app during the QA. For the time being, let's move back over to the deck. Okay, so there are a number of business cases for MemberMe that are easy to imagine in addition to increasing your summertime attendance. For example, a member is at work and in between meetings, they decide they want to get a workout in at the end of the day. They can simply open up the app, look through their list of favorited classes, and book right in. The ease and immediacy of the app can make the difference of them planning a class into their busy day or not. Additionally, we saw during the demo, MemberMe will empower your clients to become ambassadors of your brand. They'll have the ability to invite others to classes or just show off that they're working on their fitness goals. On the office side, you will see a decrease in calls and emails to the front desk, adding to a more positive experience for both your members and staff. Of course, bringing the barcode IDs into the app as well will decrease the cost and frustration involved in providing and replacing key tags. So for those of you who are wondering how you can get started, well, it's very easy. Simply contact your EZFacility representative and fill out an enrollment form. From there, we'll work with you to build the app to your specifications, and within a short period of time, we'll launch the app on both the Apple and Google Play stores. Now that concludes our app overview. I look forward to working with many of you on building your branded app in time for the summer. In fact, if you sign up by the end of the month, EZFacility is taking 50% off the activations through the end of the month. So what better reason to get started? You have a nice discount and we can get you ready just in time for the summertime. For those of you who have to jump off, please do contact the phone number or the email that is on the page here to get more information. And for those of you who can stick around, we'll move into the Q&A period at this stage. Just a reminder for those of you on the phone, this is how you can submit questions. And at this stage, I will turn the mic back over to Caitlin.
Great, thanks, Hugh. So again, everybody, please feel free to type in your questions as we go along. Let's get started here. So what kind of training would we be able to provide once the app is up and running and to show everyone how to use it?
First off, we'll go through an onboarding call before the app goes live. During that process, we'll discuss how you can put content onto the app, like the announcements and promotions. We'll show you the dashboard where you can also control your notifications, home screen gallery, so forth and so on. In addition to that, we'll work on how we can get other folks from your facility involved so they can help you out with managing the app. Of course, we'll also set up your analytics and reporting. In addition to that, we do have a support area that gives you a walkthrough of all of our features. And of course, we have a full support team that's here to help you in addition to EZFacility support team.
And how long does it take to develop the app?
So we do ask folks to give us 4 weeks to develop the app. And the reason for that is all of the branding that goes into it. The majority of that time is working back and forth with you as a partner in building the app. If we had the vision of the app together and all of the assets for creating the branding, we've been able to have apps up in as little as a week and a half. So it really depends on how quickly we can move along in the process.
After someone is set up with the app, is there ongoing support?
Yes, there's definitely ongoing support. Just like your EZFacility service, this is a software as a service agreement, and part of that is providing support. And of course, we want to make sure that you're able to utilize the app and get the best experience out of it possible. So we'll definitely be there.
So this is from someone who already has the aggregate app. They're wondering, how long does the transition from the unbranded app to the branded take?
That is a great question. So by and large, I think it's safe to say that it would be the same as setting up an app. However, of course, quite a few of the tools that you have in the aggregate app will be similar. You'll have more control. You'll be able to create greater design. So I would say at a minimum, we're still talking about a week and a half. But realistically, I like to give the expectation at 4 weeks, just so nobody's disappointed. And hopefully we can move you over to the branded app. It's basically having your storefront on the client's phones.
So someone's asking here, what is some of the major differences between the aggregate app and the branded app?
The biggest difference is that clients will have an app, also what could be considered a reminder of your gym right there on the main page of your phone. So it goes beyond just having the utility of checking out schedules. It really becomes a core piece of the relationship between you and the client themselves. In addition to that, of course, as you saw during the demonstration, we get much more customized with the design of the app, right? And all in all, it's generating a much better experience for your clients. I think by and large, from our hundreds of apps that we have out there, the main priority of a lot of the businesses that have that out there is to have that storefront, that very personal connection on the home screen of their clients' phones.
Are people able to set up complimentary sessions, for example, a free assessment or consultation for people who may not have a package already? They're looking to try it out.
We can have a trial tile on the app where a client can submit a prospect can submit their information as a lead, and that will go to your email so you can reach out to them and set up that session. So we do have that standard lead functionality that we can put onto the branded app. In addition to that, we can also you can use some of the areas that we saw during the demonstration today, such as the announcement portion that says click on this link for a free session, and that can either go to an email or a landing page on your website. Those are the two main ways that I would recommend it, but we do have a number of other tools that you could utilize as well. I'd be happy to be connected with whomever asked that question, and we can go through a number of different options and just choose whichever one works best for you in your studio or gym.
Is there a centralized control for multiple locations for push notifications and other functionality?
Absolutely, yes. You will be able to send to one or all of your locations at a given time. And in fact, if I just put my screen back on here, okay, I believe you can see my screen again. I'm just going to go back over to the app very quickly. One thing I did not mention during the demo, and shame on me for it, is of course we can have multiple locations within the app as well. This is InShape, which has many locations. You can have a nice index of all of the locations in there, and your clients will be able to go in there and check them out. The notifications will be specific to each location. Again, you will have that centralized control where you can fire off to just one location or all of your locations. By the way, that goes for the home screen, that goes for announcements and promotions as well.
So next up, does the app communicate with the groups in EZFacility?
As far as integrating with the groups in EZFacility, I'm going to go back over to my app screen here. We integrate to the degree that we saw within the demonstration here today. Okay, so one way that we can do it is within the announcements and promotions. You can easily have a link to that online registration page, and you'll see EZFacility has done a great job building web-enabled pages, so they can go right into that. In addition to the announcements area, there is also a services feature. There's so many features in my gym, it's very hard to cover them in one demo. However, we do have a services area, and this can be a great listing of all of the online registration-based events that you have coming up. Similar to what we saw with the announcements and promotions, it can link right over to the page. So you can remove a lot of the confusion or search party efforts that people have to get into your online registration-based events.
So would a facility be able to include API links from, say, a player development software program that they are using to display within the app?
That will be very situational. We would have to see the details of that. Obviously we do have API capabilities as evidenced from pulling over EZFacility schedule, but we would need to have a discussion about that.
Is this app available on Android?
Yes, 100% available on Android, and it will look virtually the same as the iOS, save for the specifications of the individual phone.
So is the monthly fee increased if there's more than one location?
Yes, the fee is a per location fee.
Will their clients be able to see who else is signed up for classes or lessons, or is it just the openings that are able to be seen?
Just the openings. It will not reveal other user data.
So how many clients are you working with personally, Hugh, so far? Is this just starting out? Do you guys have a lot of experience?
We have in excess of 300 apps out there. I believe it's actually in excess of 500. We do have a lot of experience. The company, My Gym itself, has been around for about 5 years at this stage, and we've been around for quite a long time. I myself personally have a long background at EZFacility as well as My Gym, so you are in good hands.
So can packages be purchased through the app?
So currently, packages in the app, let me show my screen again now. Packages in the app will show up, but they need to be purchased through the EZFacility system itself. And we will be able to put a link to the actual EZFacility page on the app itself so that you can go right into the self-service portal. So you'd be able to open it up like we saw with the online registration and purchase more sessions if you needed to. We are working pretty diligently along with EZFacility currently to bring the ability to purchase packages out. But at this stage, it would be a little premature to give an exact date on that. It'll definitely be in 2018.
Do their clients need to pay to use the app?
No, the app is completely free for your clients.
So can anyone download the app to use it, or do you need to be a client of the facility?
So that's one of the great things about My Gym apps. We do not force people to log in at the beginning of the app experience. This way, you'll have the largest audience possible to see all your offerings, differentiators, etc. The only stage at which they will log in is when they're putting in their self-service credentials so that they can book into classes. Otherwise, there's no block into the app.
Two-part question. So first part, can their patrons view their account information in the app? And then second part, can they also pay any gym fees in the app?
Two great questions. Both have the same answer. Currently, we can have a link to the self-service portal. They will just open up their self-service portal and put in their credentials. So it opens up on a web page. However, the same thing with the packages. We are working diligently along with EZFacility to bring more of these member-specific account features into the app. So 100% doable right now, and it will be native in the coming months.
Next question, can the app show schedules for Easy Leagues?
So showing the schedule for Easy Leagues, the best way to do that is using announcements, promotions, or the services area, or the news and information area. So we have three different venues within the app that will handle that need, but it won't show up inside the class schedule area. Obviously, that's tailored in a specific way for people to be able to book into training sessions or group X classes, or otherwise see how resources are being used.
If someone already has the My Gym app, the aggregate app, will their membership information transfer over to a new branded app, or do they need to create a new account?
So their self-service information remains the same. They would need to download the new app though, which you would be able to promote within your aggregate app. You'd be able to promote it through there. However, since it is a branded app specific to your facility, it will be a separate app. So when they go in there, they would have to log in with their self-service credentials, but self-service credentials remain the same.
So is there a way to track rewards in the app, or is that something that is possibly coming in the future?
We do partner with Perkville, which does have some client in common with EZFacility as well. Perkville is a third-party company. We do embed their tile on our app, so folks can take advantage of the different perks that are in there. but it's not native within the app itself.
So this is going back to the question about members being able to view their account information. Is there a timeline for the member-specific features?
They are in active development currently. And again, you know, in the software world, it's hard to put an exact date on areas. I am comfortable saying that we expect to have at least initial iterations within this quarter. You know, in software, it's one of those things you want to be careful because we don't want to put something out until it's ready. So the good news is that you can access these areas through links that we have within the app currently. We expect to have more ingrained native features this quarter for sure. We are testing these areas currently.
For the Easy League schedule, going back to that question, would each one have to be typed in for the app?
Well, that depends, right? If you want links specifically to the registration for your Easy Leagues, right? If you want it specific to, you know, your adult rec league, then yes, you would need to copy and paste that link in there specific for that league. That being said, obviously, the Easy Leagues page itself has its own URL, and there's nothing stopping you from creating a custom link to all of your league schedules, or using one of the other venues that we've seen already: announcements, promotions, services, news and info, so forth and so on. Short answer: there are a variety of ways that we can post that in there. That would show all leagues rather than one specific.
This question is regarding push notifications. Can someone pre-schedule a notification to go out at a designated time?
Yes, definitely. You'll be able to pre-schedule it for a future date and time.
So also, will the app replace a door fob system?
The app check-in that you saw, well, I mean, maybe. It depends how you have it set up, right? But the app is barcode duplication, right? So we can go back in here, okay? So that's how it would show up, and you would scan this under your 2D barcode scanner, and it would reconcile with the EZFacility system. Okay, so really this is more of a replacement for key tags or barcode member cards.
This is in regards for the Easy League. Is there additional charges for each custom link?
There are not additional charges. And again, depending on which area you're using, specifically announcements, promotions, services, or news and info, you'll be able to control that on your own. The only area where we have additional charge, which again would be through EZFacility, is if you have an additional location on there. Well, I think that was a lot of great questions. I do want to emphasize again to everybody on the phone here, thank you so much for spending time with us here today. We've been building a lot of really neat apps. We'd love to add you to the list. So please do reach out to EZFacility. I'm going to go back to that page with that contact information. Okay, there we go there. Please do contact EZFacility. If you have very specific questions, it's very easy to get in touch with me or a member of my team so we can walk through this and discuss how we can bring your app to the table.
Great, thank you, Hugh.
Well, happy summer, everybody, and everybody take care. Good luck with your business.